Hey traders, and welcome to Morning Majors, a show where we look at the opportunities that could be setting up in the major currency pairs for the day ahead. Now, before we get into the show, I want to remind you all that this is not investment advice in any way whatsoever. I'm not authorized or regulated to give such advice, so I'm simply showing you what I'm looking to do with my own account, and you still need to go away and do your own analysis and your own due diligence before deciding to enter into any trade. Okay, so let's start off by taking a look at the Australian dollar. Now, the Australian dollar, as you can see here on the 4-hour chart, I'll zoom out quite a bit there. On the 4-hour chart, we've been respecting this downward sloping trend line for quite a while now. So the market, every time it comes up to it, it bounces off of it. And bounces off it again and again and again. Now, what we actually have here is something a little bit interesting, is that as well as the longer term trend line, we've got this shorter term trend line on the 1-hour chart, which the market has also been respecting. And the market is now traded up to that level after bouncing off this previous level of support, which becomes resistance, and vice versa. And it looks like we may have an opportunity on the 15-minute chart. What I want to see here is a little bit of consolidation, going into what's now nearly midnight UK time, so nearly midnight, so over the Asian session, and then a breakdown in tomorrow morning's London session is what I would be looking at here. The one thing that we need to keep an eye on is the 0.7314 level, which is a major level of support and resistance. So when the market does get down to that level, that might be a good area to look to take some profits from. As far as the euro dollar is concerned, on a longer term perspective, we can see that the market is definitely selling off. It's coming down, down, down. We're now approaching a previous level of resistance over here. So this was a previous level of resistance. The market has then bounced off of that level, as you can see on the 4-hour chart, quite a number of times now. And the price is now approaching that level again. What we also have in here is an upward sloping trend line. So what I would like to see is either on the 1-hour chart or the 15-minute chart is some sort of a breakdown of this trend line here with a 1, 2, 3 reversal. So what that means is the market comes up, it makes a high, it makes a low, it goes up to make another high that doesn't get as high as the previous high, and then breaks down, and then that will be my opportunity to look for this short. So that's what I'm looking at from the euro dollar perspective and the kind of the medium term. So I don't necessarily think that this will set up tomorrow, or later on today, although it could do. But certainly as the week progresses, that's the trade that I'm looking at there. The pound dollar, I'm also looking for shorting opportunities, but the chart's just a little bit ugly at the moment. It's kind of playing with this previous level of support over here, which then becomes resistance. But really, there's nothing much on to trade at the moment. Of course, if the market does break beneath this level over here, okay, then we will be looking for a shorting opportunity, but I kind of think that the pound dollar price will rally just a little bit before we come back down to these levels. But ultimately, I want to be short the pound dollar. It's just a case of looking to see how that sets up and when that sets up. It's a little bit ugly at the moment, as I said. The New Zealand dollar is looking quite nice. We're at a very major level. If I zoom in here a little bit, a major level of previous support, which has then come resistance. As you can see here, it's acted as resistance once. The market is then broken down and then broken back up towards it, and it's acted as resistance again. And now you can probably see this better on the 1-hour chart. What I'm looking to do is a sort of like a 1, 2, 3 reversal. So we've got point 1, 2, 3. If the market breaks beneath this support level over here, or we get a close beneath that level, I will then be selling this. I have my stop above the ultimate highs over here with a view to bring them a little bit further down if we get a nice strong reaction, a nice sell. And then obviously I'll be looking at this level, the 0.6621 level, as potential support when the price gets down there. The dollar franc, and this is probably best looked at from the 4-hour charts, is at a very major level of support here, even though we have a lot of momentum going into this move. So we're kind of at a crossroads, really. If we get the reversal at this level, it could signal another rally back up towards the 0.9978 area. But obviously, if the market breaks down, then it could open up the trapdoor for the market to come all the way down towards the 0.9656. So we're kind of, as I said, at a crossroads. I think that we'll probably get the bounce before we get the breakdown, although I think ultimately we will get a breakdown in this particular pair. And what I'll be looking at is I'll be looking at price action on the 15-minute charts in order to play this one out. So short-term breaks to the upside and then long-term breaks to the downside is ultimately what I'm looking at there. The dollar yen is a good one. It's reacting to a previous level of resistance over here. If you look at it on the 4-hour chart, I think that the market sold off, it came up. We've got sort of like a bit of a head and shoulders pattern going on at the top here, and I think that the market is kind of primed for a bit of a sell-off, and hence I'm looking at the 15-minute chart over here for the market to close beneath this level. If we get that, then I'll be selling the market, looking for it to go at least down towards this previous level of resistance at 110.52, but if it can get beyond that, then down towards the 110.05 area. So I think really quite a good trade we have on our hands. I just got to wait to see how this plays out. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, please make sure that you share the video if you think that anybody will be interested in it. Give it a thumbs up, post your comments, all of that kind of good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next Morning Majors. Take care now.